Hello, everybody. Hi. Well, this is an Iranian baguette recipe, um, and the baguette turned out to be not as I wanted to be in shape, but I decided to share the video anyways because of two reasons. One, there was a beautiful conversation going on during the video accidentally, and two, because of that conversation I took my time more and I was more relaxed and slow and more patient with shaping the baguettes. So I think that part is a good theoretical practice for everybody wanting to learn how to roll the baguettes. I mean, in Iranian style. That would be a perfect probably 10 or 15 minutes practice, and I hope you will learn it. As you can see in the video, the first attempt for mixing was the dough was too wet, so I added 50 more grams of flour and then I mixed it for 1 more minute, and then there we are, transferring the dough, shaping it into a round ball, and doesn't need a rest. You can cut it right away into my dough was about 800 grams, so I cut it into 4 pieces, 200 gram each, and I made smaller balls out of that big one, and I rested them for 10 minutes to be more flexible and more softer for flattening. This is the mother dough going to be cut into 4 pieces, and then there is the 10 minutes rest for the baby ones, and after that flattening and shaping and rolling process starts that I won't be talking in that part. So I am telling everything necessary for this video, and the recipe and the ingredients percentages are in the description as usual, and I hope it will help in one way or another. I will definitely upload a perfect baguette, which is perfect in my mind, in shape and in texture and in everything. Actually, this one was pretty good, except that it stick into the bottom of the tray, and I had to, like, they kind of ripped off on the bottom of the baguettes, and it's not beautiful. So I'm gonna make another one for later, but you can probably use it for now, as everything would be the same except for the shape as the end result. I hope you enjoy it, and bye for now. Hi, I'm back again. Before finishing the video, I realized that because today, actually, the baguettes made yesterday, and today I'm making burger buns, and I realized that I have to oil up my surface, my tray, my baking tray. If I oil it, then the baguettes wouldn't be that shape at the end. So this is for you guys to not do everything as in the video, but just when you want to proof it, oil up your use some brush or your finger and some vegetable oil on your baking surface so that the baguettes don't stick to your tray, and it's easy for removal, and then they are not ripped off for that unpleasant shape. I hope it helps. So there you go with the rest of it. Hey, buddy.
I want to watch.
Watch it. You can actually film it. I'm going to edit it anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew you were filming. I don't want to make a bunch of noise.
Thank you. You are such a considerate person.
Thank you. May I mention what this reminds me of?
Yes, you can speak, but I may not be concentrated with you 100%, but I can listen.
That's okay. You don't need to contribute back. I would just like to say
Nice,
that.
yes.
I am reminded of my youth watching my grandmother make bread. And as many of our conversations have gone over the last couple of days,
Yes.
love is required.
Love is?
Love is required.
Required, yeah.
There's like a love and tenderness that's required when you're making bread.
Yeah.
And I remember watching her in her youth. I watched my mom do it
Yeah.
when I was older. And the time, love, and tenderness that's required
Yes.
is a beautiful thing.
It is,
Right?
man.
So men who make bread, like I think you've got more love in you than I do, I think. If you don't mind my saying so.
Well, I don't mind. I'm actually delighted by hearing, but the truth, the fact in my opinion is that we can't say who has more love. Just like we can't say which dish is more delicious than the other one. They are so unique.
That's like picking a favorite.
Yeah, but I
You
do
can't pick a
agree.
favorite.
But I do agree that I have so much love
Yes, you do.
for what I am
Yeah.
and for what I'm doing. I agree.
can see
Thanks
it.
for acknowledgement.
I can see it in the way you move, in the way you're doing it. You know.
Yeah, and I think because
So,
there is love in you.
I had to say that.
Thanks so much.
I could see it. You didn't have to say it. You showed it. Right?
Oh,
You showed
I'm
it.
so glad to
So,
hear these words.
This is a delightful
I'm still in the
experience for
human
me.
body.
I know.
man.
I was upstairs. I'm ready to have a shower. I'm like, man, there's Iranian bread getting made downstairs. I gotta go check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, there is some bread in there.
Like,
You can
there's-
toast it from yesterday.
There's an
If you're hungry,
experience. Oh,
this is gonna take about
okay.
2 hours from now.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not here to eat.
I know, but
Here to
because you
watch.
mentioned the Iranian bread, you should try it.
I would love to.
That's the
for
real
sure.
Iranian bread. That's barbarian. This is baguette. This is fake
Barbarian?
Iranian.
Is
Yes.
that what you said?
Yeah, that comes from the barbarian word. Exactly. Exactly.
From the French and Germanic? Is that what you're talking about? That kind of barbarian? Or like old school, like
Well, it definitely.
Arabian barbarian?
You know about the barbarian tribe who attacked Iran about 1,000 years ago? The barbarian culture, basically
It was the Europeans.
Genghis Khan.
Oh, Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Oh, those barbarians.
So
See, there's another definition of barbarians that come from like the Roman era.
okay.
And the Romans considered their Germanic and French tribes barbarians. So that's the that's the barbarians.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's what I was.
Because I
thinking of.
heard the word barbarian, it comes from how they wanted to imitate English speaking, like
Yeah.
pa 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 pa, and then they called them barbarian. That was I heard it.
Okay.
You're right.
So it's just a different era.
Roman, yeah?
Yeah.
About 2,000 something years.
Well,
Way.
yeah, about 2,000 something years ago for
Yes.
sure. From 55 AD to 250 AD. I mean, the Romans were around for a lot longer than that, but it was a discombobulated, disconjointed struggle for power all the time, which is exactly what modern day has turned into, which is such an unfortunate state of affairs. But, you know.
Sorry, I didn't hear you 100%. I was thinking
it's
about
alright.
this.
I used a bunch of big words. I have a bad habit of that when I get thinking. Okay, so the Iranian version of barbarians, you're talking about Genghis Khan, which was 1,000 BC, probably, right?
He was 1000 BC?
He was before Christ, for sure.
Oh, yeah?
I think so,
I never knew that.
yeah. 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 He was the greatest conqueror. He still is probably the greatest conqueror of all time. Besides Alexander. Besides Alexander the Great, he did a really
He's
good
the
job on it
greatest.
as well. But
Genghis Khan, in terms of area,
yeah,
he
in
did
terms of area,
crazy.
But he was also very, very ruthless and genocidal in a way,
Yeah,
right? Which is kind of a terrible thing.
yeah.
But what I liked about how Alexander ran things, he would conquer an army, but not sack a city. Right?
Not people.
Yeah, not the everyday people. Because those are the ones he wants to love him. And that's why he ended up an emperor. Well, he was also considered a pharaoh at one time. Imagine that. A Greek? A pharaoh? It's fascinating. Because he took over Egypt, but he didn't kill everybody to do it. He beat the army, and then he said, let's build a society together. That's why Alexandria is in Egypt. It's named after Alexander. He built it. Things don't happen like that anymore. And I've been seeing quite a few.
And
like,
where was he originally from? Alexandria.
Northern Greece. He was a Greek.
Greek.
Yeah, Macedonia in particular. Yeah, he was a Macedon. His father was King Philip. Prior to Athens.
You know, in the education that I grew up with in after revolution Iran,
Yeah.
in our history books, especially in school, they
don't
change
teach you that stuff?
Yeah,
They
don't
change
tell
everything.
Yeah, they only say
Yeah.
how they were conquered by Iranian power and stuff. Like, give us
yeah.
just. I hope this is recording, and it is recording. Yes, this is the fact. This
Well,
is
let's
truth. We
learn
have to talk
together,
about
right?
truth.
I'm willing to learn together.
We are all brainwashed.
We all are, for sure.
Oh,
I try my
man.
best not to be, but I am in a certain way, of course.
But we are lucky we know it. So we are
recognizing
not
that you know
anymore.
it
Yeah.
is half the battle.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just watching Iranian bread get made. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that was just.
That's
Hey.
the whole reason I'm talking.
And I'm
Just tell me to get out of your
and
way.
I'm just listening to the history lesson.
It all started with the definition of barbarian.
Yeah.
Because his Iranian version of barbarians is Genghis Khan
Right.
from
Yeah.
way long ago. My definition of barbarians is what Romans used to call the Germanic tribes. Those were barbarians.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Yeah.
Precisely. So we're figuring that out.
Cool.
That was very interesting, though.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't realize like you
I
said,
will
barbarians.
definitely
I have
read
a
more
certain-
about barbarian.
I have a certain perspective of what a barbarian is,
Uh-huh.
and so did you. And now we both have new versions of barbarians.
Yeah,
And together we grow.
exactly.
Sorry, my poetry's getting a little bit.
Oh, that's right. That's truth.
Don't apologize for that.
That's truth. We grow together. We learn together. Imagine we didn't have this conversation, we wouldn't have this much knowledge
And
added
that's
to
when,
us.
you know what? And if you hang out with
As simple
people
as
that
that.
never disagree with you, you're never gonna learn anything.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the worst.
It's
Right.
actually so interesting. Last night, I was like, I'm not a very argumentative guy. But last night, me and my mate were chilling over here, and I was disagreeing with everything he was saying. But it was one of the best conversations I've had in so long.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because it was just like back and forth, back and forth. And
But
like,
did you get to disagree? Did you finally disagree at one point?
one of them we did.
Attaboy.
Yeah. I was like, all right, man. Like,
Wait, hold the phone.
I'm not. I feel like you're making a logical leap here, and I can't accept.
I'm not biting.
I tried to.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm listening, but I'm not buying.
But yeah, you're so right. It's very important to
It is important,
different
for sure.
perspectives. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how the worst things in history have ever happened.
Yeah,
Everybody
so-
just agreeing, right?
And that's why, yeah.
I think for as long as we don't need anything from each other, we can disagree about anything and don't get offended,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Like
I
we
don't
can
know,
have a long
offense-
conversation and
Being
disagree
offended-
about
being
some
offended
topics.
belongs to the youth.
Let's say about anything you want, about environment, about human being, and we can disagree with each other and we can talk back and forth, as you said last night.
If you can disagree
As
without
long
getting angry.
as long as we are not, because every individual has individual boundaries, right?
Sure.
As long as we are not crossing our individual boundaries and we are talking about anything that we can be 100% disagreed with, that's actually the point that we can continue the discussion on. If we agree 100%,
Yeah, it
we are
gets-
silent.
gets
We don't
boring.
have, right?
Then the conversation.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sorry, I'm already a little bit birthday drunk. I apologize.
You're not.
I
You're
apologize
not.
for interrupting.
You're not. Even though you are, I'm having the best conversation out of you as I can. So don't worry about it.
I'm aware of that disadvantage.
What's your name?
Bo.
Oh, nice to meet you, man. Dylan.
Dylan?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Happy birthday, right? Awesome. Are you staying here? You working here? You chilling?
Well, I work in Alfred.
Oh, cool.
I came on Saturday.
Nice.
Because Saturday, Sunday's off.
Okay.
I needed to escape. I'm making a change.
Yeah, cool.
My job. Moving.
Switching it
All
up.
that's, yeah.
Jumping into the unknown.
Head first.
Hell yeah. Well, I won't shake your hand because my hand's on the plane.
I know,
Nice
right?
to meet you, man. What's your name?
What's the Hadi?
Adi.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to see you.
All good. Dylan. These are beautiful.
I know, right?
Yeah. You're gonna love this.
He had the 4 nuggets sitting there
Yeah.
when I came down earlier. I cleaned my room and took out the trash and whatever.
I was trying to fix my sleep schedule and then I hadn't seen my mate for fucking 8 last night. It was like 3 in the morning and I was like, man, I'm trying to fix this.
Yeah.
Because
I do it with sport.
So this has been 12 minutes already. To help to release the bottom, I want to try to put it in the surface so that the heat can shock and release the thing. 2 more minutes. What I think would help it is to cover it with the cloth so that it's quite okay. Here we have a beautiful face, but not the most beautiful back. It's fine. Here too, and here too. Thanks to some of the people in the hostel that without my permission used my baking tray and made some scratches, and I think that's because of that. It's perfect for fillings.